how do I become more authentic? Well, there's a few things you can practice. You can practice mindfulness, and there's lots of apps that will guide you through that. My favorite one is called Headspace. Practice listening. Seek other opinions and put yourself in situations that challenge you. Practice being brave. Authenticity takes a lot of courage, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. Still, no matter how authentic you will be, it's important to remember that social media is not real life. So you have one of two choices to make when it comes to how you present yourself out there online, both as an individual and as a business. One, you can try to be the real you and not filter photos and really put your passions out there. Or you can try to look at social media as a stage, and you're just an actor putting on a show. And you can still be authentic as you do that by injecting your own personality and your own values into this version of the show that you're presenting to your people. So it's important to keep that in mind because, particularly as a business, social media will always be a stage. Seth Godin famously and infamously said that authentic marketing is telling people a story they want to hear and then making it a reality. I'm paraphrasing. And there's some truth to that because if you're authentic, you're a good listener. And thus you will know the story that people want to hear. But ideally what you want to accomplish is to find that intersection, that overlap between who you are and what you stand for and what your audiences are into or what they stand for, and focus your marketing at that intersection. One of the pieces of advice that I hear a lot is that you should not have an agenda. And that's absolute nonsense. We all have an agenda. My cats have an agenda. They want food all the time. And it's ironic because we tell individuals and businesses, set goals and stay true to those goals and be laser focused on those goals. And then we tell them, but in your marketing, don't have an agenda. Businesses are in the business of making money. That's just reality. Now, how can we inject authenticity into our marketing? In a previous video, we talked about mission statements. If you figured out who you are, what's the change that you want to make in the world, what you stand for, what's your reason for being, you are prepared to put that into your marketing and you're going to come across as authentic. Just stay true to your mission statement. Also, apply all of those characteristics that we talked about that make authentic individuals. A brand that does this beautifully is Patagonia. And Patagonia takes that second option that I told you about, where you take social media as a stage that you put a performance on. And a lot of their content is very much like a documentary. In fact, they've made documentaries. If you go to their Vimeo channel, you'll see some of the documentaries that they've produced. And what they've done is that through the eyes of people who are an embodiment of their values, they tell stories. And some of the stories are about those people and their journeys, and some of the stories are about the passions of those people and conservation and so on, which all tie back to the mission statement, to the values of Patagonia and the company. So authenticity is hard to implement also because it's practice and it's lifelong practice. And it starts with self-awareness, and self-awareness takes reflection. But in this world, we just go and do, and rarely do we take the time to think through and evaluate how we acted. So my recommendation is to take some time at the end of the day. Some people will just sit and reflect, others may want to journal, and think through your interactions that day and how you acted. Were you true to yourself? Were you listening? Did you ask questions of other people to get to know them better? Were you dependable and trustworthy and honest in everything you did? Were you the person you want to be? What does authenticity mean to you? Leave your tips and your comments below, and I will see you back here next week.